good evening, that's what I was trying to say. My name's Phil Gifford. I'm Loosehead Len from Hauraki FM. I just say that, thanks Mum there. I just say that in case some of you way up the back there were looking down and think, geez, Billy has changed since the operation, hasn't he, you know? So, no, it is just me. My very brief and very pleasant task tonight is to speak on behalf of everybody back here, to all of you out here, to just say thank you very much indeed for helping to make this the very special night that it obviously already is. And a special thank you to our celebrity guests who are down the front here. And it is a very special night because every celebrity guest is paid for his or her ticket. So that's a very... that's a very special night indeed for all of us. And the last thing I want to say is just thank you very much for coming along here and helping us welcome back, without question, the nicest man in New Zealand show business, Billy T. James. Enjoy yourselves.
Please put your hands together and welcome back the sensational Billy T. James.
This sort of thing really takes it out of you, eh? Whew. I don't know about the other guy, but I'm buggered, eh? So, God, I was thinking while I was out there, I was thinking, I'll come out here and I'll go, yeah, welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen, it's really good to be here. And then you're going to say, yeah, everybody says that, you know, what about the new stuff? Where's the new stuff, you know? But I mean, in my case, it's really good to be here, right? Yeah. I mean, yeah, you got 1990, eh? Ooh, what? Who ever thought, like, you know, thinking back, say, I don't know, 20 years ago, who ever thought they would ever get to see the year of 1990? Knowing what was happening in the world then, who would ever thought they'd never get to see the year 1990? Put up your hands, all those who never ever thought they'd get to see the year 1990. What, just me? Is that it? In spite of what's happened in the last 10 years, I mean, I don't know about you, but see, in the last 10 years, I've really had a shit of a decade, eh? No, I'm sorry, I know it's TV, but it's really the only thing that can describe what's happened to me in the last 10 years. Because, you have a look, see, in the last 10 years, I've been spat at, shot at, hassled, abused, threatened, throttled, cut open, sewn up again, cut open again, had something pulled out, had something pulled in, sewn up again, chased by the Inland Revenue Department, caught by the Inland Revenue Department. Bloody government revoked my fish quota licence. Yes. My lawyer's living in Honolulu, my accountant's gone inside for misappropriation. Bloody kids are sniffing aviation fuel, the missus took off with an Asian smack dealer. I got a roller with a slashed soft top, I got a Merc with a cracked head, a bloody swimming pool overflowed and flooded the tennis court. I tell you what, it's bloody hard being a Maori today, eh? Bloody hard, boy. That's right. But I suppose, of course, it's, you know, the biggest thing that would have happened to me, my high point of the last 10 years for me, of course, would have been the transplant, right? But then some turkey of a newspaper said that I'd turned down a donor heart because it was the wrong colour. You know, talk about your land of the wrong white crowd. I mean, what colour? For a start, everybody knows that Maoris are not accepted as organ donors nowadays. The medical profession, this is a fact, the medical profession will not accept Maoris as organ donors. Why not? Because I want the bloody things back in 100 years' time, man. Yes. Hey? Oh, shit. Yeah. I see. I see all the cousins going. Little Caucasians going, do you really think he's serious about that? But see, because a lot's happened over the last 10 years. I mean, not it just happened to me, you know, all over the country, you know, like, and things that I'd heard about over the last 10 years that I really thought about, like that episode when Hannah Jackson, Hannah Tahira Jackson, when she said, you know, what was it? What'd she say? Kill a white and die a hero. Remember that? I mean, what must have been going through people's minds all over the country, you know, especially, I mean, what happened with half-caste people? Do they only get wounded or what? You know? I mean, jeez. Hey? Yeah. You know, because you think about those things. Hey, what about that? You know, and you look for little things that, you go, well, I don't know, just shoot them. You know, I don't know. And because, you know, heaps of, like, half-caste families in this country, you know, their household must have been, you know, murder living there. And I, because a lot of those tanning clinics, too, did a lot of business during that time, you know. Yes, I'd like a really deep one, thanks. Oh, a month will last for about 3 months, that should do it. And we'll be right again. I tried to open classes for Pākehā people to learn how to act like Maoris, you know, and laugh and all that, but all these Maoris kept turning up. Cripes. And then, because I guess another good thing that sort of happened is that I got, how many people smoke here? How many people in the audience smoke? I do. Okay, what about cigarettes? How many? Same hands. Okay. Because I stopped, because I read in the paper, I said, in America, they were having, I think this was about, I don't know, 85 or 86, they were promoting these no smoking days in America, where a packet of cigarette was declared a dangerous weapon for this one day. And I thought that was bloody ridiculous. This a packet of cigarettes being a deadly weapon in a country where you can buy a tank over the counter, right? And I thought, cops must be going, okay. You feel lucky, punk? Go ahead, take one. Make my day, you know? Or you go rob banks with a packet of cigarettes. Look out, he's got a cigarette! Oh! But I didn't worry about that, because I have stopped. Thank you very much. For at least an now. No, only joking, Dr. Agnew. Only joking. See, listen. Still going. And of course, I tell you, you right? Have you got a note? Who is it? It's Belinda. But that's not that. It's not Max Cry down here, is it? Max. Bloody hell. Max, how the hell are you, Max? How are you, Max? What's your name? Max Cry. Hey, see, Max. Oh. Now, you paid, obviously. Like someone said, well, if Max Cry paid, then everybody paid, right? Welcome, Max. I haven't seen you've still got to shout lunch at somewhere expensive. I think I'll try out. And a lot, because aggro in the 80s too, a lot of aggro apparently happened during the 80s, and they sort of blamed it on, movies and that. And people were getting into martial arts, and they were going to these karate schools or dojos, right? And they were going there to learn how to do martial arts because the streets of Auckland were getting so aggro, right? So you go there and you say, okay, fair enough, you want to learn this ancient Japanese art. So you go to this dojo, right, to learn this ancient Japanese art, and the sensei or teacher is a guy called Horny MacDonald, right, from Wanganui, right, who's learned the Ling Pong Yan Tong system from the upper reaches of the Wanganui River, right? So you go, okay, you must know what he's doing. 7th Dan, right? Or 8th Dan, because he smacked over Dan Thompson at the Alexandra the other day. So 8th Dan, right? So you get there, and you go, right, I want to learn how to put self-defense and all that, you see. But then he's got a hard job too, because he's got to sort of vet all these people and find out who are there and for what reason they want to learn this martial art. And there are 3 types usually. There are the ones who just want to go there and smack people over, right? And they're easy because they're just guys who just go in there and say, we want to smack people over, Then they got those guys, those people who want to go there so they can be in touch with the universe, through the feathers of the sparrow. Right? Yeah. To be as one with the animal kingdom while reading Mao Zedong, right? And they're usually the ones who end up just smacking people over, right? Then you've got those ones that are there for their own self-protection. They're there solely for their own self-protection. People like traffic cops, right? Ross Morant. And teachers at Ngā Tapawai College. People that are there, right? And so he has to vet all these people, and he finally admits it. And then about, say what, a year and say $1,200 later, they are fairly adept at doing this thing. Then the teacher turns around and says, you're not allowed to use it. And you go, what the? No, you can't use it unless you warn the other person that you are an expert in this particular art, martial art, right? So if you're learning karate and you get into a blue, you've got to tell this other guy that you do karate. But see, it doesn't work in Auckland. You go downtown, you get into a blue, you go, karate, and the other guy goes, shotgun. Right? You go, bye. Yes. See, that's what happens. And see, a lot of it too is due to the English language changing all the time. Especially, the Maoris, you find it very confusing because the English language is being changed on us all the time, right? And like, words that meant something entirely different, say, 16 years ago. Like, even like little things like animals' names, like dogs, right? When I was at school, a dog was your best mate. Today a dog can be your best mate's friend, missus or something like, it's or friend, right? And see, it's confusing. You know, who are you talking about here, right? And another one is like, see, pussy was another one, eh? You know, no, shut up, no, shut up, look, see, no. Oh, I'm going then. If you're not going to listen, I'm just... No, listen, see, no, it's serious. Pussy, right? That's changed. The meaning of that, see, like, it's okay if you give it some milk, you try giving it a pat, that's something else, right? You know? See? This is what I mean, the English language, you see? Right, that's right. And like, you know, when I was at school, snatch meant to grab something really quickly. What's happened to that? You know? Yeah. It's okay to snatch kisses, but you try. TV. TV. You didn't know there was going to be TV here, eh? See the girls going, I should have worn the purple one. You know, I didn't know that was TV. Why didn't you tell me it was TV? Well, I didn't know shit. You know. So don't sort of let it throw you or anything. If you want to do anything, you know, just go ahead and they'll either pick you up or they won't, and we'll just have a laugh out the back later on. That lady. Anyway, what was I talking about before I got sort of interrupted? Oh, yeah, talking about the English language, and see, and that's why there's, I suppose a lot of it is misunderstanding, you know, and people, and the English language changing, and the cousins going, oh, what does dog mean now? I don't know, it means something. So possibly the aggro could have something to do with that. And they also blamed it on movies as well, on the movies of the 80s, and you know, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know, and Sambo and all these guys, you know, saying, oh, there's too much aggro in the movie. But it's not those movies that were causing it. It was movies about everyday things like Fatal... Do you see Fatal Attraction? Anybody see Fatal Attraction? Wicked, eh? No. You know, and it was a story about something that happens. Like, you know, the dad and mum and the kids go off for the weekend. Dad goes down the pub and he sees a nice lady there. You know, and then she won't leave. You know, and that, I mean, that's when I was a kid. We had women like that when I was a young guy. You know, who, we used to call them auntie or something. You know, yeah. Well, we did. I don't know what you used to call them. We used to go, auntie. Yeah. Auntie was here. To mum, you know. Which one? The white one. What? So it's really, it's those, and like movies like Dirty Dancing, right? For instance. I mean, God, that's why, you know, a lot of young kids, you know, teenagers today, they're not worried about sort of social diseases and that, because, you know, films like Dirty Dancing, you know, these young people stick their legs over your shoulders, you know. You know, oh, kids go to social these days, and the guy walks in like that, bird comes up, puts a leg over your shoulder. Oh. Well, you know, what can you do? If you're a young male, you know, what can you do about that? So, and now, there's even a dirtier one, right? There is a dirtier movie. And the band was supposed to say, how dirty was it? So, there was even a dirtier one. How dirty? It was so dirty, Rainton Hasty walked out at half-time. And it's called The Lambada. Have a look at this. chuck some cold water on them. Oh. If you fellas are looking for trouble, fellas come to the right place. If fellas are looking for trouble, come and sit on your face. Holy bloody hell, man. Why, Christ, I've been cooked lately, eh? Yeah, we went down to Farmerston North and we done one of those deer farmers party for the deer farmers. Yeah, and when I gave us some of that stuff, what's that stuff, man? Deer's velvet. Supposed to be like supposed to make you Randy, you know that one? Forget it, cuz. Forget it, eh? Took me about 6 weeks to get the bloody antlers back out again, man. Yeah. Oh. I'm all right, you want to see the missus? Oh. Dude, that lambada, no sweat now. Yeah, so I think that's what made me a good cook, eh? Yeah. Right, anyway, how you fellas been, all right? Cafe? Yeah, that's good. That's good. See, because I like finding out about different things, eh? And I was having a yarn with the band, because, you know, they all come from these big families. See, we come from a big family, eh? Do you? Yeah. We got what? We got 17 in our family, man. Yeah. We put our mother up on a pedestal, eh? We had to keep the old man away from her, you know? Yeah. Yeah. And our mother used to get our clothes from one of those war asset supply stores, you know? It was really hard for a kid age 6 going to school dressed as a Japanese general. Oh. Yeah. Sword and everything. Oh. And see, yeah, like a lot of other my cousins, I'm part Scottish, part Māori, eh? Which makes it difficult. Half me wants to get pussy, the other half don't want to pay for it, you know? Yeah. Right. Yeah. Because my grandfather come from, what's that place, man? Inverness, eh? He come from Inverness. And he come out here for a job, eh? In Auckland here, but he couldn't get a job. Well, he was a shepherd, you know. And, oh no, sorry, he got a job driving a bus for the ARA. But then he lasted a day, eh? I got on the bus, he said, I want to go to One Tree Hill. He said, we don't go there. He said, that's what it's got on the window. He said, I don't care, we got India on the tyres too, we don't go there either. You know? Yeah. Wicked, man. Yeah. Smart, I say. Yeah. Yeah. And tight, eh? Oh, what? He said to me, what do you want for Christmas? I said, I want something to wear and something to play with. So he brought me a pair of pants, cut the pockets out of them, you know. Oh, don't do that anymore, of course. Yeah, geez, I'm bloody laughing. Because I've been learning, you know what I've been doing? No, what have you been doing? I've been learning how to speak Japanese, eh? Have you? Yeah. It's really easy too, eh? I'll show you how I learned, eh? Because I used to watch that, what's that program? Shogun. Remember that? Remember that fella in Shogun? He used to walk around like this. And I thought I can do that. So I want to learn how to speak Japanese. So I went to this old Japanese fella here. And he said, there are 3 things you must learn in order to speak Japanese properly. And I said, what's that? First, you must learn how to feel the cold. Right? This is so you can get that. Secondly, you must have experienced constipation. No, listen, no, seriously, serious. No, shut up, listen. Constipation. This is so you can get that. Right? Yes. And then, thirdly, you must have experienced amnesia. Right? So you forget everything you ever learned, like that, and you have perfect Japanese. So I did. And you put all those three ingredients together, you have perfect Japanese. First of all, learn how to feel the cold. Secondly, constipation. Thirdly, amnesia. Perfect Japanese comes out like this. Hey. You got any Irish people here tonight? Just testing. Thought I could smell petrol. That's all. Full set of yet? Well, we went downtown. They went to this, I think it was a Chinese Weight Watchers restaurant. I know it was called Whoa Fat, so we just thought it was like, got there, whoa, fat, oh. And we went in there, geez, I laughing. We were in there, we were standing in the foyer looking at the dragons on the roof and that. And this fella come out and he said,
"What you want?"
I said, what?
Yeah, what you want?
I felt like saying,
What you got?
no, don't do that. It's relations, eh? You know. Plus they do, you know, all that. I said, oh, I don't know, give us some steak and chips.
Steak and shit.
No, see, steak and chips.
Yeah, steak and shit.
All right, give us chicken and chips then.
Oh, you want chicken and shit now?
Forget it, I'll just have chips.
Oh, you just want to shit on his own?
You can't win, eh? You know, you can't win, man. You've got to watch these people, eh? I mean, welcome them here to our country by all means, but you just got to watch them, you see? Because they're always loaded, eh? Chinese people are always loaded, you know? And they get all their cousins out from Hong Kong on a $10 immigrant plan. They give them a crash course in English and they send them out to the tables, you know? But, you know, they're not, even though they can't speak English properly, well, they can speak English properly, because you know what happens. Usually you go in there and you try and order and they make out they can't understand anything. You go, oh, I'll give some wonton.
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 Or wonton, this one, number 3.
Oh, number 3, yeah. Wonton, yeah. Okay, got that, yeah, got that. Wonton.
Roast pork.
Last pot.
What?
Last pot. You want a last pot?
Oh, roast pork, yeah, right.
Yeah, got that. Last pot, wonton. You want a noodle with that?
What?
You want a noodle with that?
What?
You want a noodle with that?
Noodle with that?
Yeah.
No.
No, you don't want a noodle. So, let's put wonton. Yeah, got that. Yeah, that be
$85, thanks.
Yeah. Okay, did you get that? $85. Okay, I got that.
So anyway, went to this restaurant, right? And I said, what sort of soup you got?
So, let me see, we got buck.
This was that chicken.
He said, no, mushroom.
I said, what you make a noise like a chicken for?
He said, I can't make a noise like a mushroom. I said,
Cheeky hua. I said, just bring the soup, will you, Bruce? Call him Bruce, because it's Bruce Lee, you know. They love it. So he came in, he brought the soup, he had his bloody thumb stuck in my soup. I said, Mr. I said, you got your thumb in my soup, man.
he said, I got rheumatism. And a doctor tell me I got to stick in something warm.
I said, oh, is that right, Bruce? Well, why don't you stick it up your ass? Yeah.
So all I do when I'm in the kitchen.
But still, they're alrighty, you know. Same as, you know, I don't know about any other part of the country, but you go into any dairy in Auckland, I guarantee the fella behind the counter will say, what is it that you are wanting?
Everywhere.
And because you know how they you know, a little red mark over here. Some people going,
No, you can't have the dairy.
Very great.
You look at the time, man.
Because I gotta dig medicine and all that for that antler stuff, you know. Yeah. I tell you what I want to do now. I'd like to get a bit serial here for a minute, if I could, and dedicate a song to the late Prince Tuiteka, who was a cousin of mine, of course. And I always remember working in Australia. Do you? Yeah. And it was up in Brisbane. The two used to have this orange and black GTHO Falcon, wicked. Had Venetian blinds on the back, you know. 15 aerials, no radio, 15 aerials. You know. And after every gig, Tui would always drive back to wherever he was staying. Didn't matter, like he was in Brisbane, living in Sydney, 13 hours away, straight after gig, hop in the car, drive back here. And he used to stop for a feed on the way every night. I remember one night, we were all in the car, cruising along here. And 351 V8, cruising along, and we thought, hello, it's funny too, he's going past all these takeaway bars, you know. Until when he finally pulled in, we realized he was waiting for one he could drive into without getting out of the car. You know? So we drove into this takeaway bar, just started laughing, and he pulled up. Tui wound the window down. Looked up, and the girl behind the counter, you know, typical Australian, smokes Rothmans, chews PK, got a fountain pen mark over here, you know, which he'd been putting in the thing.
Yeah, what do you want?
Tui goes, I guess 3 double egg burgers, 3 whole chickens, and 4 liters of Diet Coke. And we went, "Chur," Tui shouting the voice. Then he turned around and said, "You fellas want anything?" And it's a true story, and I'll always remember that day about my bro Tui. Yeah. And I want to dedicate this song to the memory of Tui, and also to the memory of Ricky May, one of our other bros, right? In the Brotherhood of Entertainment, and even more recently to our other brother, Blue Prime, who died tragically just recently. Yes. So this song's for those guys. Do you remember the Beach Boys? We'd just like to quickly just throw something together, right? Just to give you an idea of the talent that's up here. We'll just throw something together, say, and give us a key. E minor will do. E minor will do. And they used to do really rocking, outrageous numbers like that.
I'm thinking about good vibrations. She's giving me excitations. I'm thinking about good vibrations. She's giving me excitations. I'm thinking about good vibrations. She's giving me excitations. She's so hot, so nice. On the surface now, I know she wants me there. She goes with me to a crossing road. I'm thinking about good vibrations. She's giving me excitations. I'm thinking about good vibrations. She's giving me excitations. I'm thinking about good vibrations. She's giving me excitations. I'm thinking about good vibrations. She's giving me excitations. Vibrations are happening with her. Gotta keep those loving good. Vibrations are happening with her. Gotta keep those She's loving good vibrations. I'm thinking about good vibrations. She's giving me excitations. I'm thinking about good vibrations. She's giving me excitations.
I like this part. I like this part. I like this.
Good vibrations, she's giving me excitations. I'm thinking about good vibrations, she's giving me excitations.
The heartthrobs, ladies and gentlemen, the heartthrobs. Hey, you just threw that just now. Just now, you know. Amazing, bloody amazing, boy. Yeah. I like doing impressions, do you? Yeah. Just a minute, Excuse me, dear. When I ask who your favourite singer is, you say Michael Jackson, okay? Michael Jackson. I'll tell you what I'll do. Instead of doing the ones I already know, I'll just ask someone in the audience who their favourite singer is. Because it's so hard nowadays, you know, because it's so hard to do impressions of these new singers nowadays, you know, like a lot of ugly fellas are getting in too, you know. Some have been in for a while, like Mick Jagger, you know. Mick's lips are so big, even Maoris go, geez, that fella got big lips, man. Yeah. Ooh. And then another thing that we saw during the 80s is people that didn't sound like they were, you know, like women that sounded like men. Like, you've got a pass car, you've got a ticket to paradise, you know. And then, I'll tell you what, I'll just ask somebody here. Here's a nice lady just down here. Excuse me, dear, who's your favourite singer?
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. That's a hard one. That's a hard one. That's a hard one, but I'll give it a go. Hang on. Michael Jackson. Okay. Michael Jackson.
Does anybody see my other glove?
Because Michael had really meaningful lyrics like, hey, 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 hey.
Your body's mine, don't make it right. Show your face in broad daylight. I'm telling you just how I feel. Blow your mind, shoot to kill. Come on, come on, come on. They say the sky's the limit, but the music's the limit. My friends say I'll take nothing but the way I like it. You before I
Who's bad?
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 Your sister,
Your sister,
your brother,
your brother,
your mother,
your mother,
your father,
your father,
your uncle,
your uncle,
your cousin,
your cousin,
your auntie,
your auntie,
your auntie's cousin,
your auntie's cousin,
your auntie's cousin's nephew, your
auntie's cousin's nephew.
auntie's cousin's nephew's just come up from North and put the younger down for the tangy. Who's bad?
Who's bad?
Who stink?
You stink.
Why I stink?
You're stinking.
Who's paying? Not you. Oh, what? Who's bad? Who's bad?
Who's bad?
Who's bad?
Who's bad?
I won't say, but I heard tell.
I don't know, but I can tell.
Cordell Wetry uses gel.
Cordell Wetry uses gel.
Who's bad?
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 I won't say my tongue is loose.
I won't say my tongue is loose.
Winston Peters uses moose.
Winston Peters uses goose.
Who's bad?
Who's bad?
He's bad.
Who's bad?
I'm not one for slinging mud.
I'm not one for slinging mud.
Ross Murant's got married blood.
Russ Durant's got married blood.
Who's bad?
Who's bad?
He's bad.
Who's bad?
Who's bad?
Who's bad?
He's bad.
Who's bad?
I don't know what I've been told.
I don't know what I've been told.
Tim Shadbolt is on the door.
Tim Shadbolt is on the door.
Who's bad now?
Who's bad?
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 You know I'm bad. You know I'm bad. You know I'm bad. You know I'm bad.
The whole world is ready once again. Who's bad?
I think another good thing that's happened over the last few years is that there's been a resurgence, back to listening and appreciating and buying, our own talents records and people from a long time ago. I'm talking about people like John Hoare, Grinnell. Sorry, John Grinnell. And his sort of comeback, which is bloody good. He's a bloody good singer. And of course he did that, give us that. Welcome to our world. Won't you come on in? Miracles I get still happen now and then. Step into our heart. Where'd you get that accent from? Leave your cares behind. Welcome to our world. Build with you in mind. Yeah, Jono. Is he here? Ian. Shit. REC. Uncle Howie was supposed to be here now, right sort of now. And he's going to do this. I'll just have to do it on my own. He's really not, he's not out there. You're not sitting next to him or, no? And he hasn't, oh well. Give us a drum roll, please. Oh Lord my God.
lie in awesome wonder. Consider the words we have to say. I see the stars. I see the rolling thunder. Guys, this is really not here, boy. High times come, a universe display. Forgot your mind. Told you back
I haven't finished yet. We'll take that again. What? What's the matter? Oh. Howard. Good to see you. Good to see you.
What's with the mirror? What's with the mirror?
Stage effects, you know, just finding somebody in the audience, you know, reflection. You know.
Do you sing the song often?
I get a lot of requests for it. Heaps of requests.
I couldn't help but notice it was in the same key.
Same key, yes. Well, you know.
Same band.
Same band too, yes.
Where are you guys working next week?
Yeah, well, listen, hang on, never mind growling the band. You're late. You, what happened?
I went to Chiata too. Late nomination for the by-election over there.
So, well, what happened?
They put the guard dogs on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 guard dogs.
Well, what sort of guard dogs were they?
Basset hounds.
What else? What else?
Who knows?
Yeah.
They were all singing one song. Picking up pebbles and throwing him into the sea.
Anyway, look. We started the song.
Yep.
Well, do you want to finish it?
Not now, thanks, mate.
No? Well, okay.
I would rather do one of your songs.
One of mine.
Unrehearsed. I'll go with you unrehearsed, okay?
You want to do one of mine?
One of your songs.
You realise I'm younger now. Yeah. You realise this. You know, and they tend to be fast, you know.
Right?
Well, you know, I don't want to...
I'm not wearing suspenders, so don't worry about it.
He wants to do... What, you think he could hack it? You reckon he could hack it?
Yeah. Right. Yeah, there you go. There we go. My uncle's here too.
Yeah, you brought the bus. I saw the bus outside.
Okay.
Ottawa
Well,
bus
what about the
company.
song? What about the song, okay?
Okay.
Right.
You just follow me. Show.
Sesqui.
But the check got delayed and you never got paid, and the rest we already know.
Right.
Blame it on the rain when it falls apart. What else can you do? Put the blame on you. Blame it on the rain. Yeah.
Then I got a letter, said you're getting better. Would I come on your show?
Yes.
I said on one condition, you get the doc's permission, give me half of the dough.
Right. Blame it on the rain when it falls apart. What else can you do? Blame it on you. Blame it on the rain. Yeah.
Now here we are again,
Through the laughter and the pain, standing
where we ought to be. We're two brownies on the run, and we're looking for some fun, and my own show on TV.
Blame it on the rain when it's falling down. What else can you do? Can't put the blame on you. Blame it on the rain. Yeah, yeah. Blame it on the rain. Yeah, yeah. Blame it on the rain.
Yeah! 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 That wasn't bad, man. Here is the news of the year 2001, read by the two brownies.
Minasan, konbanwa. Watashi no namae wa Sugimoto Yamamoto Harutoya, Sumuraka Deshimader Vice in the Treasury Department.
Sagimoto Yanahomoto Haruta, Vice Chancellor of the Treasury Department, said today that the New Zealand yen,
Hai. Sumuraka Deshin, Uzu, English in Madariki.
gained 4 points against the American greenback.
Hai. Sumuraka. Zero Mozambique, the Jimaraga, Sumuraka Deshin.
But it lost 10 points against the Maori brownback. Can you take the glasses off now and read the news properly?
And in accordance with our obligation to the minorities, here is the news in Pākehā. Good evening, I'm full of sherry.
Silver hair amongst the gold.
On the political front today, going for their 10th consecutive year in office,
10th? That'll do.
Labour have made the following promise that they will buy back some of the corporations that were privatised 10 years ago today.
Yes, and they include Telecom and New Zealand Steel. They will merge to become Telesteel, which is great, except that the phones will weigh 40 pounds.
NZR Shipping will merge with the fisheries to create fish and ships.
Postbank will merge with Timberlands, and there will be branches everywhere.
Long-serving Minister of State Services still, Richard Prebble, OBE, said that these government initiatives will lead to more constitution, less destitution, and more prosperity than we've ever known.
Meanwhile, the Governor-General, Dame Titifai Harawira, announced today that there's no truth in the rumour that the last 4 remaining Pākehā seats will be abolished.
And it was further announced by Dame Titifai that in honour of King Charles's first official visit to New Zealand, Dunmi Haka will lead the welcoming ceremony with a 21-bum salute.
It promises to be a titifying experience. So, it's Tenakwe from me and Kia ora from him. Sayonara. There's a certain sound follows him around. When you're close to him, you will feel it.
Music fills my soul. I'm not half, I'm whole. And it's all because you're here with your love. It's my happy heart you hear, singing loud and singing clear. It's all because you're here. Your love takes my happy heart away. Make love you night and day. It's all because you're here. Your love. I was alright for a while. I could smile for a while. Then I saw you last night. You held his hand so tight. Then you stopped to say hello. And you wished me well, you couldn't tell that I'd been crying over you, crying over you when you left out. And you left me all alone, alone and crying, 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 crying. Oh, you don't love me as long as we over you, over Sorry, Max.
Shut up. I'm trying to, it's bloody hard trying to, whistle and you. I'll get it. Let's shut up. Be quiet. Be trying to. I won't look over there. voice, though, eh? For some reason, it's... Hey, listen, game show here. I want to see if you recognise this tune. And Max, you've got to stay out of it. I want to see if you can recognise this tune and who wrote it. See if you recognise this. Bloody good. Bloody good. See if you recognise this. Is that the key? Are you sure? Okay. All right. Here we go. See if you recognise this. I'm sure we did it in... No, that was it. Okay. Sorry. See if you recognise this. What's this tune? They all recognise that tune? Somewhere Over the Rainbow, right. But do you know who wrote that? I'll tell you. There's a guy called Gershwin. Ray Te Whata Gershwin. From Onehunga. And like, Ray could play that song like nobody in the world could, eh? Because he wrote it, obviously, and he was the best at it. And Ray's fame spread to England. And the Queen heard about Ray and she invited him, along with the Pater Maudi Club, to go to England and to perform his song at the Royal Variety Performance at the Albert Hall in London. Ray was rapt. Never been out of Onehunga before. He'd been to the airport a couple of times. Straight on a plane, went to London, and he got out. He caught a taxi to the Albert Hall. He got out of the cab, he walked straight into the Albert Hall. He said, "I'm Ray Te Whata from New Zealand." They said, "Right, we've been expecting you, Ray. You're on now." So Ray put a new reed in his sax, walked out on stage at the Albert Hall in London, and started to play his song. Forgot the middle part. Oh. Well, it freaked him out. He went, shit. And he walked off stage. He was that browned off with himself that he walked off stage. He said, "I've shamed myself, I've shamed my family, I've shamed my country in front of the Queen. There's only one thing I can do, and that's to take my own life." Everybody, Nah, forget it. So he went straight back to the hotel. He went to his room on the 32nd floor. He walked out on the balcony. He was about to leap off. And he said, "For my own satisfaction, I'll try this tune one more time." So he had one more go. Something like that. He couldn't get it. So he threw his horn off the 32nd story building, climbed up on the balcony and he leapt off. He hit the deck. He was doing about 400 k's. And as he lay there on the pavement and on the road and on the other pavement, and in his last dying moments, in the few seconds before he finally blacked out completely for the rest of his life, he heard the ambulance coming down the street. God. The America's Cup early in this decade created what people said was a lot of animosity, you know, between the Americans and the Australians and the Kiwis. But yeah, I mean that might have been so. But basically we're all still cousins, aren't we? You know, I mean, you know, we've heard all the jokes about New Zealand from Australia. You know, what's the capital of New Zealand? About $12. You know, we've heard all those jokes. Right? What do you call a New Zealander in a suit in Sydney? The defendant. You know, we've heard of it. But then the Aussies, you know, they've heard the jokes about them from here. You know, why do Aussies come so quickly? They can't wait to tell their mates. You know, we've heard all those. You know, we've heard those, haven't we? You know, yeah. The Opera House looks like 5 nuns in a scrum. You know, we've heard. And the Americans, you know, how do you tell an American? You don't have to, they'll tell you, you know. You know. But basically, in spite of all that, basically we're all still cousins, aren't we? And we've put together a trilogy, a collection of songs that we want to dedicate to our American cousins and to our Australian cousins and, of course, to us, right here, the real McCoys. And I want to say, at this point, that I'm proud, you know, to be able to come out here on stage tonight. Well, first of all, to be able to come out here on stage, right? To be able to come out here on stage and stand before you and say that I'm proud to be a Kiwi, you know? And I'm rapt to be able to come and do that, you know, to say here, right? Thank you. If I can pick up a couple of $3,000 just for saying that, well, you know, what do you mean too much? Oh. In the beginning, the Lord made the earth, the heavens, hills, and the sea. The sun and the stars, the land and the fruit on the tree. He made all creatures that live in this world and taught them to live by his plan. He set aside the 7th day for man. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber mountains, majesty above the fruity plains. America, America.
Once a jolly swag man camped by a billabong under the shade of a coolabah tree, and he sang as he watched and waited till his billy boiled. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Nice guys. Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, you'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. And he sang as he watched and waited till his billy boiled. You come a waltzing Matilda with me. Here we come and we are sailing. Here we come, we're on our way.
In a boat just called New Zealand.
We're together, that's our way. Sailing away, sailing away. New Zealand can do it. Take it away. Funny. One people on the water. One people on the land.
People all together.
Kiwis working hand in hand. Sailing away. Sailing away. New Zealand can do it. Take it away. Every day, Hoki Maira, Kama Te Ao, Te Aroha e. Every day, Hoki Maira, Kama Te Ao, Te Aroha e. Thank you. Thank you, George.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
You won't listen, eh?
No, no.
Told you not to work too hard, right? No. Bonehead.
Thank you.
Don't thank me.
No, well,
Everybody's
I mean,
here that loves you, mate. Everybody. They're all out there. They're all out there in television land.
Oh, what fun. Glory be.
E tiwi, whakarongo mai, mai takitaki mai, e tū ki te waiata, i te honore, tēnei rangatira o tātou. O kare kare ana, find the key, nā wai o rotorua, whiti atu koe hine, no mai hara mai, come on Max, marino ana e. Everybody. E hine e Listen, get up. Joanna, Waka, Anamai.
What can I say? Kia ora. Thanks, everybody. Te aroha. Hey. Sit down, sit down. Go. Well, shit, I've used up all my stuff. I mean, no use saying thanks. I mean, everybody just knows, right? And you got no idea how I feel right now. I'm so full of restricted drugs. It's, Oh, you mean that? Oh, right. No. I mean, no, I feel pretty good, you know, obviously. I used to have this line, you know, this sort of punchline or tag thing that I did that isn't really appropriate, but I'll do it anyway because I've run out of stuff. And I was told to come back out here. When I go home tonight, I got my daughter waiting, you see, at home. And when I get home, she'll come out from under the bed and take off the helmet. And she'll say,
What was it like at the Out Here Centre tonight?
So she said it properly. She said, Aotea Centre. Or as we in Auckland call it, the Aotea Centre. What was it like at the Aotea Centre tonight? And I'll say, it was great, it was fantastic, excellent, she said. And she'll say, were the audience good? I'll say, the audience were fantastic. And she'll say, did they clap their hands and stamp their feet? I'll say, they clapped their hands and they stamped their feet. And she'll say, did they yell and scream for some more? And I'll say, yes, they yelled and screamed for some more. Then she'll say, did they shout you some drinks after the show? I'll say, yes. Scotch on the rocks, Diet Coke. Singles, doubles. So, you know, guys, not for me, but for the kid at home, you know. Thanks, everybody, once again. Look, go home. Don't stand up again. You're making me embarrassed. See you later. See you later.
Get in behind us in our campaign to keep the Rugby World Cup by coming into a Celtic station and signing one of these.
We need your support, so come into Celtics and sign for victory.
Together, we'll keep the cup.
Next up tonight on One, more Merseyside comedy in Bread. And a week tonight, we learn about the special qualities that exist in single-parent families. Solo is the Friday documentary next week on One. Since 1987, the Bledisloe Cup has been ours.
New Zealand hit back after Australia closed the gap.
But this year, the Australians have never looked stronger. The All Blacks and the Wallabies, the battle for the Bledisloe. Rugby, the big game.
Graham Bishop scores the try, which keeps the Bledisloe Cup in New Zealand.
Live exclusively on One World of Sport.